Hey everyone, it's Natalie. I'm going to make a quick video, I'm here at work, about how to get under a narcissist's skin. You more than likely are suffering with hypervigilance, and that is, I'll read you the definition. Hypervigilance, to cope with a chaotic or often psychologically and physically abusive environment. People close to narcissism adapt by becoming hypervigilant to threat or attack. They are always on guard, seeking to anticipate and potentially avoid being in the line of fire. Hypervigilance is emotionally and psychologically debilitating because it drains the body's natural defense system by constantly overloading it. Hypervigilance often leads to complex post-traumatic stress disorder, CPTSD, and illness. Narcissists themselves are hypervigilant to anything that might trigger their narcissistic injury. So, being hypervigilant is always being on guard, waiting for the next blow, waiting for the narcissist to come injure you, and that causes PTSD. It's like the people that go to war, and they are always on guard for the next attack, the next bombing, somebody to come in and kill them while they're sleeping. So they're constantly having anxiety, constantly dealing with stress, waiting for the next attack. So what you need to do when the narcissist is attacking you is you need to get under their skin by staying silent. You need to stop being hypervigilant and start living again. When the narcissist comes in for an attack on you, the best thing you can do is not argue, not attack them back, not say you didn't do it, not get angry. Don't show your emotion. Narcissists are emotionally driven by reaction, so they get their supply from you being angry. It's a negative supply. They live off of negativity. I mean, how often do you know of a narcissist living off of positive things? Now, empaths, regular people, live off of positivity. Narcissists live off of negativity, sorry. And so what you need to do, so you're not going to end up with PTSD, is you need to stop being hypervigilant. Okay, stop waiting on the next attack. Stop waiting on the next insult, the next lie, the next time someone tells you that they're talking about you, that they're throwing you under the bus, the next smear campaign. Quit waiting for that. Start living. So what you need to do to get under a narcissist's skin, and this is how you beat them at their own game, is you stop reacting. Plain and simple. You stay silent. Shh. That's it. You stay silent to any negativity that they have, to any gossiping, any smear campaigns. If someone comes and tells you that they're smearing your name, you don't explain yourself to that person who came and told you that. You simply walk the other way. You simply don't take it to heart. You don't try to let that affect you in life. You know it's a lie. You know they're trying to get under your skin. You know that there's something wrong with them. So don't let them turn something wrong with you, because what happens is when you're hypervigilant, you are constantly aware. Your anxiety is sky high. You're looking out for the next disaster, the next smear, the next time the narcissist comes and is angry with you or being deceptive with you, or they're just being a narcissist. Quite frankly, you need to start living again. And the way you do that is you don't let their smear campaigns and negativity and lies and righteousness and entitledness, them being entitled, affect you. You say, I know something's wrong with that person. I'm going to let them go on their way thinking and behaving really inappropriate, and I'm going to continue living my life the way I think I need to. I'm not going to let somebody else navigate my life with lies and smearing and negativity. Like, I don't live in the negative la la land. Okay, I call their mind la la land, and you need to just be yourself. Quit trying to please the monster. And when you're doing this, when you're ignoring the narcissist, you're ignoring what's going on, the lies, the smearing, you ignore it. You don't let it affect you. It is going to eat at the narcissist. I mean, soul core being, if they have a soul. I mean, it's going to eat at them. And eventually what's going to happen is they're going to discard you because they have figured out that you're not tolerating their stuff anymore, that you are no longer going to put up with their BS, that you figured them out, game's over. And if you live with somebody who you can't get out of the situation and go no contact, if you live with somebody, what you do is you treat them as though you're gray rocking them. You don't give them any attention. And the other thing is how to get under a narcissist's skin is, even if it's positive, you don't react to anything, positive or negative. So if you're living with them and one minute they're being condescending and lying and smearing you, and then the next minute they're hoovering you with positivity, you literally don't react. If they're inviting you to go eat with them, go on vacation, if they want to buy you something, you say, no thank you, I'm sorry, no thank you. And if you really just cannot hold your tongue when they are bashing you, what you can do and say is, I'm sorry you feel that way. Now that line, that phrase eats at a narcissist. When you say, I'm sorry you think that way, but I think, I don't think the same way you're thinking. I'm sorry you feel that way, but I feel differently. Those phrases eat at a narcissist. It really gets under their skin when you're not in agreement with them, when you're not tolerating their BS anymore, when you are standing up to them and saying, no, that's not okay, but you're not going to argue. You're going to go in the other direction. So if you're living with them, you pretend like you are in a gray rock relationship with them, and you just ignore them. Even if they're being nice, you ignore them. You ignore everything about a narcissist. You don't, if it's positive, negative, it does not matter. You ignore it. You don't react to it. You don't act happy. You don't act sad. You don't act irritated. Nothing. That's how you get under a narcissist's skin. Is you stay silent. You go the other way. If they come in the room, you walk the other way. If they say something to you and you're not in agreement, you can say, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I don't see it. I see it differently. And really the best thing you can do that really gets under their skin is when they're talking to you, and even if they're being positive, you just go, and you walk away. Okay. I did it to my in-laws all the time, even when they were being positive, and the reason why I did that is because I saw right through them. So if you too see, obviously you see right through them, or else you wouldn't have found my channel. You literally act like, almost like they're strangers. Like, if a stranger came and talked to you and told you something, would you take it to heart? Would you be like, I don't care what that person says. I don't even know that person. They don't know me. Well, the same thing with the narcissist. The narcissist does not know you. Okay? They project themselves onto you. Okay? So they think they know you because they know their self. And so what it is when they project their self onto you, they're thinking that you're the same way that they are, but you're not. And they try to pretend like they're some good person. Almost they try to act like they're honestly like you, and then they act like you are them. Okay? And that's where it kind of twists everyone's mind, because you're like, why are you acting like me? Why are you liking the same things? Why are you doing what I do? Like, that's not who you are. And then they turn around and say, oh, you're this way, you're that way, and it's really how they are. This is called, I forget, hold on one second. It's called projection. Yes, we've said that. Yeah, projection. Simply put, projecting Projection is attributing one's own feelings, actions, or traits onto someone else. Projection is a compulsive aspect of narcissism. Through projection, narcissists blame the victim and deny accountability. If they lie, you are a liar. If they are childish, you are immature. If they insult you, if they insult you, you are critical. If they demand reassurance, you are insecure. Projection is especially traumatic for children who internalize the belief that they are like the abuser or hurting the other person who is actually abusing them. Narcissists also may project their own ideal beliefs about themselves onto others, such as their golden child or someone they admire. Narcissists project both consciously and unconsciously. So, yeah, I mean, plain and simple, don't let them get under your skin. Don't be hyper vigilant. When they are abusing you like that, it's hard to ignore how they are treating you, but you have to understand they're not normal, okay? It's almost dealing with this like a psychopath. Like, they cannot relate. They have no empathy. They do not know any better. They are literally, their personality is literally like this. So don't be hyper vigilant. Don't let yourself have PTSD, which you probably already do, but ignore those things. Know that these people are not normal. You need to rise above these people and find yourself again, and remember that they are not like you and me. They're not. So, they're projecting their self onto you, and then they're turning around and acting like you are them. It's very confusing. It's very confusing. So do your homework, guys. Like I said, the best way to get under a narcissist's skin is to stay silent. Don't argue with them. You can be in disagreements, but don't argue. You can say, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I see it differently. That really eats at them when you say that. And you walk the other way. And if you live with them, you gray rock them. Simple. That's how you do it, guys. That's going to eat at them. And they're going to discard you eventually, which is a great thing, because then they're not in your life. If a narcissist is not in your life, you will be living well. Okay? You don't have to tolerate that abuse. Anyways, guys, give me a thumbs up if you like my video, a thumbs down. I appreciate even a thumbs down. That way I know if I'm doing this okay and y'all like my videos. Leave me a comment if there's a video that you would like me to do. And once again, I do offer free life coaching. If you would like to make a donation, that's great. It helps with the free life coaching. I do have a regular job. That's why I'm doing it here. So sometimes I have to take my time away. But you guys just contact me in my email. Even if you don't want to talk on the phone, you would just rather email back and forth, I can help you figure out. There is, like I said, my coaching is free. All right. Bye-bye.